Is trying to form an LLC yourself just creating a huge legal headache? Or is a service like Rocket Lawyer actually the smartest, most efficient way to get your business protected? That was the exact question running through my mind a few months ago. I knew I needed an LLC for liability protection, but the whole process felt overwhelming. The state forms, the filing fees, the registered agent requirements. I just wanted a simple, clear path. That's what led me to Rocket Lawyer, and I want to share my straight-to-the-point, first-person experience with you. Choosing the path. I looked at two options: the DIY route through the state website, or using an online service. The DIY route meant studying my state-specific filing requirements, tracking down the articles of organization, and making sure I didn't miss any critical steps. The potential for error and delay was high, and honestly, my time is better spent on my actual business. That's when I decided to try Rocket Lawyer. They offered to handle the entire filing process. For me, the deciding factor was their subscription model, which included the LLC formation for free, you still pay the state filing fee, and then gave me access to their library of legal documents and attorney consultations. Since I knew I'd need other contracts later, it felt like a comprehensive solution, not just a one-time filing service. The formation process. 4 simple steps. The process was far more straightforward than I expected, operating through a simple online interview. Business information. The first step was providing the basic details: the name I wanted, the purpose of my business, and the physical address. Crucially, they ran a name availability search right away, which instantly removed the fear of my paperwork getting rejected weeks later. Registered agent. Every LLC needs a registered agent, a designated person or company to receive official legal mail. I opted to use Rocket Lawyer's registered agent service. This was a massive plus for my privacy, as it kept my home address off the public record. The questionnaire. This was the core of the service. I just answered a series of plain English questions about how I wanted my business managed, who the members were, and so on. Based on my answers, they automatically generated the 2 most essential documents: the articles of organization, the document filed with the state, and the internal operating agreement, which defines how the business is run. Filing and waiting. Once I hit submit and paid the state fees, the heavy lifting was done. Rocket Lawyer took over, compiling my information and filing the official documents with my state Secretary of State. They provided a clear timeline for processing, and I got email updates letting me know exactly where my application stood. Post-formation benefits. The LLC was officially formed within the time frame they estimated. But the best part of using Rocket Lawyer wasn't just the filing. It was what came next. Operating agreement. I had a professionally drafted operating agreement, a document many people skip, which is essential for establishing my business rules and maintaining the liability shield. EIN assistance. While I chose to get my EIN, employer identification number, from the IRS myself, Rocket Lawyer offered to handle this as well, which is a great option for anyone who wants to avoid the extra form. Legal peace of mind. Because I went with their membership, I now have access to a huge library of other legal documents, things like non-disclosure agreements, independent contractor agreements, and the ability to ask a lawyer a quick question without facing a huge bill. This is invaluable as my business scales. Overall, Rocket Lawyer took a confusing, multi-step bureaucratic process and turned it into an easy, guided, 4-step online workflow. It was fast, efficient, and gave me everything I needed to feel legally secure. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.